Hi everyone, it's Rachel and Richie here from Karmic Creations, and we are continuing our countdown to Burning Man 2018, and today we have 17 days left until the gates open for Burning Man. And today's video we will be talking about how to pay attention to your body and your body's signals at Burning Man. It's like a really huge sensory overload to be on playa, and there's so much stuff going on, and it's easy to get distracted or like really involved in what you're doing. So it's just really important to pay attention to your body and your health out there.
Right. There is so much going on out there that many times people will forget that they need sleep and other types of rest, even if it's just, sitting down or not being active for a little while. People forget to do it, and that's not good for you. Um, you need your sleep for energy, and you definitely don't sleep as much as you do in the default world out there. So you need to remember when to get it and get it at the most strategic times so that you don't miss what you really want to do.
Yeah, so if you do feel like drained or just really tired, just take a rest. Like, there's no shame in going to take a rest for a bit. It's easy to like not pay attention to that stuff. And if you do rest, then you'll have more energy for later. You also want to pay a lot of attention to like your water intake, as we
Right.
mentioned in a previous video.
Since you're going to be more active, as we just mentioned, you're definitely going to need to intake more water, especially since it is hotter and the conditions are extreme. So you're definitely going to need to remember to constantly be intaking water. And if for some reason you do get dehydrated, you need to know and be able to recognize the signs of dehydration so that you can remedy the situation as quick as possible and you can continue to do all that fun stuff.
Yeah, so the main signs of dehydration would be like if you're cranky or grouchy. So that's probably why you'd be acting that way. So water is like the first fix for that. You might get a headache. You might feel nauseous. Your mouth will be dry. You'll feel just fatigue, like general low energy. So those are all signs of dehydration. If you feel like somebody else might be sort of like grouchy or cranky, then just tell them to drink water and like sit down and rest for a little while. And that's usually the best fix for pretty much anything at Burning Man, like anxiety, anything. It's really the best thing you can do or help someone else to do.
Yeah, a good sign of having enough water in your system, especially at Burning Man, since you're probably more often than not gonna have enough water in your system, is, I know it sounds weird and crude, but the color of your pee. It needs to be clear, The darker it is and the weirder it looks, the more water you need to be intaking, and the more of it you need to like balance out in your body. Don't forget to get enough of your sugars and your electrolytes as well. Some people bring vitamin C or emergency, um, and others bring like electrolyte powders to make like instant Gatorades and stuff, or even Gatorade. Those are really good to like keep your body hydrated and keep everything working correctly.
Yeah, if you don't pay attention to that stuff, like you will pass out in the middle of like the dance floor or wherever you are.
Yeah,
Like
you will
I've
black
seen it
out.
happen. Like people can just like fall down, and you don't want it to get to that point. So just like pay attention to your body signals and like when you need to sleep and drink water. Don't push yourself too much. And another good way to prepare for Burning Man is to prepare your body like prior to going out on the playa, prior to going to Burning Man. So it's good to actually start drinking extra water before you leave for your trip. At least like maybe a week or some people even start a couple of months before, but just as long as you start prior to going out there, make sure you get enough sleep, like, before you go out there, because you don't want to go in already tired and have to catch up on sleep, and you're just tired and miserable all week.
Yeah. In years past, I have definitely like ramped up the workouts a little bit. You know, I tend to do a little bit more workouts for stamina beforehand. I do, you know, nothing too crazy, just a little bit more push-ups, more sit-ups. I eat a little bit better. I take more vitamins in order to tell my body, hey, you know, we're about to do something a little bit more extreme, a little bit more tough, and, you know, we need to prepare. And my body usually responds to it, you know? You gotta stretch out those muscles, gotta take care of yourself so that when you do get out there and you do have more extreme conditions, your body's ready for it.
Yeah, you're gonna be like riding your bike and walking and jumping and doing all kinds of stuff, drinking probably. So you want to prepare your body for that physically. A good thing is to also eat well prior to going out to Burning Man. Like, you don't want to be eating like greasy or unhealthy food before then. You just want to be as strong as possible, and like, so your body can handle the environment.
Yeah, you're gonna have the same habits out there that you do when you're back home as well. So if you really like a coffee a day, or you know, I don't know, any other habits you might have, some tea, or anything that you might do on a day-to-day basis that's a part of your routine, please remember and like try to gauge how much you think you'll need it out there, because that is also part of how comfortable you're going to be out there, and your body is going to be giving you signals about that too. Do you need your caffeine? Do you need your tea? You know, or any other habits you might have? Your body will tell you out there. So remember them. Remember to take your coffee, your instant coffee, your tea, or whatever you might need out there, because it will make you feel better.
Right. It's good to also maybe bring some vitamins, because you won't be eating the same out there as you do back at home. So just make sure you get as much as like vitamins and minerals as you can. And anything that just makes you feel comfortable, even if it's not something you eat. Like, if you have a specific thing that you do every day, or at least a lot, or something that you have with you, or something you need just that makes you feel comfortable, like, I'd say bring it. Nothing that you can lose, that you don't want to lose, but just like, you're not going to be home. It's a new environment, so just whatever makes you feel like that you can stay there for the time that you're there.
Right. Speaking of not being home, that can be a cause for anxiety for a lot of people. A lot of people get homesick. A lot of people, you know, get a little anxious about being someplace different. And we will be touching on that along with mental prep in another video. Please stay tuned. We're Karmic Creations, and anything that you might have to add or any questions you might have, please throw them down there in the comments. Also subscribe so that you can keep up with our videos. 17 days, and then we'll see you guys out on the playa. Come say hi.